Richi walks into a candy shop filled with fluffy white marshmallows. Richi picks one marshmallow and smiles at its cheap price. Richi notices people ignoring marshmallows and buying chocolate instead. Richi shrugs and buys a big bag of marshmallows anyway. Richi sits outside and slowly eats one while thinking. Richi suddenly notices a kid buying 10 marshmallows at once. Richi tilts his head and watches more kids rush inside. Richi sees marshmallows selling faster than chocolate now. Richi raises an eyebrow as prices quietly start rising. Richi checks the price tag and blinks in surprise. Richi sees the same marshmallow now costs double. Richi looks around as excitement fills the entire shop. Richi watches a teenager brag about flipping marshmallows for profit. Richi notices people buying not to eat, but to resell. Richi frowns as no one even tastes them anymore. Richi holds a marshmallow and examines it closely. Richi realizes it is still just sugar and air. Richi watches prices rise anyway without any real reason. Richi sees a crowd forming outside the candy shop. Richi hears people yelling, "Buy now before it is too late." Richi steps back as urgency spreads like wildfire. Richi sees a man borrow money to buy marshmallows. Richi looks shocked as real risk enters the game. Richi watches the man stacking boxes higher and higher. Richi scrolls and sees social media full of marshmallow success stories. Richi watches influencers showing piles of fluffy profits. Richi squints as reality starts to feel distorted. Richi sees a girl quit her job to trade marshmallows. Richi gasps as everyone believes prices will rise forever. Richi feels uneasy but keeps observing quietly. Richi watches marshmallows locked in glass cases like gold. Richi sees security guards protecting sugary inventory. Richi shakes his head at the absurd situation. Richi notices fewer buyers actually eating marshmallows. Richi realizes Demand has become pure speculation. Richi watches the price climb even faster now. Richi hears whispers about limited supply spreading fear. Richi sees people panic buying everything left. Richi steps aside as chaos builds strong momentum. Richi spots a quiet old man calmly selling his marshmallows. Richi watches others laugh at him for leaving early. Richi looks thoughtful at this strange decision. Richi sees prices peak at unbelievable levels. Richi notices buyers hesitating for the first time. Richi feels the mood suddenly begin to shift. Richi sees one person fail to resell at a higher price. Richi watches doubt spread quickly through the crowd. Richi slowly takes a step backward. Richi sees panic replace excitement almost instantly. Richi watches people rush to sell at any price. Richi hears shouting and fear fill the entire shop. Richi sees prices crash faster than they ever rose. Richi watches marshmallows pile up, completely unsold. Richi looks around at shocked and frozen faces. Richi sees the man with borrowed money collapse in stress. Richi watches others realize their losses far too late. Richi lowers his eyes at the harsh outcome. Richi walks back to the shelf and picks one marshmallow. Richi eats it slowly, calm and thoughtful. Richi realizes its true value never really changed. Richi looks at the empty crowd and quiet shop. Richi understands the bubble was never about marshmallows. Richi nods as the simple truth becomes clear. Richi whispers that price is just what people agree on. Richi explains that value is what something actually gives. Richi walks away as calm slowly returns. Richi glances back one last time at the shelf. Richi smiles, knowing bubbles always follow the same pattern. Richi disappears, leaving behind a lesson people always forget.